The anime begins with a young boy named Tang Sen. The elders of the Tang clan are chasing him. One of these elders tries to attack him with his shadowless needle technique. But actually Tang Sen is very talented. He defends himself with the help of Purple Demon Eye and Ghostly Trace technique. The elder is surprised to see his talent. However, he attacks him again with his Pear Blossom Shower technique. But this time Tang Sen uses his Ice Jade technique and blocks this powerful attack with his bare hands. Now, he starts going towards Devil May Cry. All the elders attack with many powerful techniques to stop him. But this time also Tang Sen defends himself from all their attacks. Meanwhile, one of these elders breaks the chain. So, Tang Sen goes ahead with the help of a broken chain. But now a dead end was in front of him, and the chief of the clan asks him to give up. Then we learn that Tang Sen secretly entered the inner clan, and has learned the Tang clan's secret martial arts. That's why the elders of the clan want to kill him. Tang Sen tells them whatever he has learned not leaked it anywhere. He also knows that the punishment for this is only death. Meanwhile, two elders try to attack him, but he has become so powerful that he easily stops them. He then gives the Lotus of Buddha's Rage weapon as his last gift for the clan. Now, he takes off his clothes also, because he doesn't want to die with anything that belongs to the clan. Seeing this, the chief realizes that Tang Sen is not a traitor, because he has the most powerful weapon. Still, he did not attack them. The chief then says that Tang Sen is an excellent genius, and that's why he wants to make him the next chief of the clan. But he jumps down to prove his sincerity by dying. After this, Tang Sen is born in another world as a new child. This place is called Soul Land. He still remembers all the things of his previous life. He has been trying to awaken his martial soul for the 3 months, but even today he fails to do so. After that, he returns to his village. Here, we also see his father Tang Hao, who is a blacksmith and drinks all the time. That's when the village head comes here, who takes Tang Sen and all the children of the village with him, because their martial soul awakening test was going to happen today. On the way, the village head shows the handprint of the village soul saint to them, which represents the glory of their village. Now, a war soul master also comes here, who is going to test martial souls. The village head hopes that one of them will become the soul master in the future. Hearing this, the master says that he has been to 6 villages, but none of them has the soul power too. Now, he uses his power to open the door, and all the children are surprised to see this. Then he goes inside with all the children. He tells them his name is Yun Tao, and he is a 26 level Great Soul Master. Now, he is going to test the martial soul of all the children one by one. That's why he first activates his martial soul. All the children get very scared on seeing this. The master then tells them not to be afraid, because this lone wolf is his martial soul. So, if any one of them becomes a soul master in future, he will use the same ability. The master checks the martial soul of the first boy, which happens to be a sickle. But it is considered a useless martial soul. However, the master still has hope. So, he checks his soul power, but he doesn't even have soul power, because of which, this boy was not capable of becoming a soul master. The master checks the martial soul of the other children as well, but no one has a good martial soul. Finally, it is Tang Sen's turn. During this, he feels that something has been unlocked in his body. But he also has the blue silver plant, which is the standard of useless martial souls. Meanwhile, the hammer martial soul is activated in his other hand, but he hides it immediately. Master is disappointed that none of them has a good martial soul. Now, he asks them to leave from here, but the master didn't check Tang Sen's soul power, so he asks the master to check his soul power too. The master then says he has never seen anyone who owns soul power with blue silver plant. But still, Tang Sen wants to try it once. So, the master checks his soul power. Now, as he places his hand on the crystal ball, a very bright light starts coming out from it. The master is completely shocked to see this, because it meant that Tang Sen is born with full soul power. Hearing this, he asks about it. The master then explains that he has a useless martial soul, but he has soul power. That's why he has a chance to become a soul master. The master explains that the more soul power anyone has, the faster he trains. But even the master is surprised by this, because he has never met someone born with level 10 soul power. Tang Sen asks, can soul power not be higher than level 10? The master then explains that after awakening, the title of soul warrior is given. But without the soul ring he can never get to the next title. Basically, the soul ring is the light around the body, and the master has 2 soul rings. He then comes out with Tang Sen. The village master is excited to know about the result. The master tells him Tang Sen has level 10 soul power, but unfortunately, his martial soul is a blue silver plant. The village head gets very sad to know about this. He asks master, can he not train with a blue silver plant? The master then says that there is a chance, but he is not sure a blue silver plant can evolve. After saying this, he leaves from here. Tang Sen comes to the village head and asks how can he find the soul ring. The village head explains that he needs to hunt for soul beasts in order to get a soul ring. But at the same time, he blames Tang Sen's father, because his father is not putting enough effort to inherit a good martial soul to him. The village head then asks Tang Sen to join the Soul Master's training school, because he can learn every knowledge about martial soul only from there. But Tang Sen wants to get permission from his father about this. The village head comes to his father. He asks him to send Tang Sen to the training school in Nuoding City, but Tang Hao immediately refuses. Hearing this, the village head gets angry on him, because Tang Sen has a chance to become Soul Master, and it has been years since they had a Soul Master from their village. But still, Tang Hao refuses. Now, the village head could not do anything about it. He tells Tang Hao that he can come and look for him if he changes his mind, because there are still 3 months left for the registration to start. Now, Tang Hao seems upset about something. He says that even the best martial soul and the strongest soul master are merely useless. Seeing this, Tang Sen tells his father not to get angry, and he will not talk about becoming soul master. Tang Hao then looks at Tang Sen's blue silver plant, and surprisingly says that it is the same as hers. Then Tang Sen shows him his hammer martial soul. Seeing this, his father starts remembering about a past incident where some people had badly injured him. So, his wife Yin agreed to go with them and handed over her child to Tang Hao. Then some people tried to attack her, during which Yin used the power of her blue silver plant. Now Tang Hao understands that his son has twin martial souls and hugs him. Tang Sen was very happy about this, because his father has hugged him for the first time. But the hammer martial soul was reducing his inner power drastically, so his father tells him to keep it back. Tang Hao then tells him that he must protect his plant with the hammer. Hearing this, Tang Sen promises to always remember this. He starts practicing hammering skill, and his father teaches him. With the help of this, he manages to create Tang Clan's hidden weapon after 3 months. Now Tang Hao asks him to pack his things, because he has decided to send him to the beginner Soul Master School. This makes Tang Sen very happy, but he was also surprised at why his father changed his mind today. His father tells him that he can use the hammering skill to be an apprentice in a blacksmith shop there, so it would be enough to cover his school fees and meals. But before sending him, Tang Hao asks him to promise him something. He forbids Tang Sen to add any soul ring to the hammer. Also, he forbids him to tell anyone about his twin martial souls, whereas Tang Sen can do whatever he wants with his blue silver plant, but he can use his hammer in a life and death matter only. Tang Sen then promises his father to remember all this. After some time, the village head comes to pick him up, but before leaving, he has prepared breakfast for his father. At this time, his father was sleeping, so he leaves a note for him, because he doesn't want to disturb his father while sleeping. Upon waking up, Tang Hao sees the note from his son, in which Tang Sen asked him to take care of himself. On the other hand, he has left for Nuoding City with the village head. After some time they reach Nuoding City. The village head decides to leave after sending Tang Sen to school, because he could not afford the hotel. He hopes that when he meets Tang Sen next time, he will be already a soul master. They finally reaches there. Tang Sen is surprised to see the school, but the gatekeeper does not let them in. The village head then shows him Yun Tao's letter, but he thinks this letter is fake, because he has never heard of a student born with full soul power before. Now, he tries to push the village head, but Tang Sen grabs his hand and knocks him down. He decides to attack the gatekeeper with his hidden weapon, but at the same time a master comes here. That's why Tang Sen doesn't do anything to him. The master checks the letter, and he learns that Tang Sen is a genius. So, he asks the village head to hand over Tang Sen to him. The village head asks Tang Sen to follow the master and returns to his village. Tang Sen thinks that the master is the teacher here. Then the master tells him that he is just a guest here, but actually, he has very good knowledge about martial souls and soul power. He recognizes that Tang Sen has twin martial souls, and he is the third person who has this ability in this century. Tang Sen is surprised by this. The master explains that he has investigated 647 people with blue silver plant, but among them none has more than level 1 soul power. So, comparing his soul power amount and martial soul's quality, he is pretty sure that Tang Sen has another very strong martial soul. Tang Sen is very impressed by the master's knowledge, and he is ready to be his apprentice. The master also becomes very happy about this. Now he brings him to the school teacher for registration, where the school teacher tells Tang Sen whom he considers his teacher, he is not from their school. However, he has accepted the master as his teacher. The school teacher gives him a dress and asks him to go to the 7th floor of the hostel. But as he comes out of the room, the school teacher and the director start making fun of his master, because everyone considers him a joker. On this, Tang Sen says, "Let's see who is laughing till the end." Now, he enters his hostel. A boy suddenly starts attacking on him. Seeing this, Tang Sen also uses his talent and defeats him very easily. The boy then tells him that his name is Wang Sheng, and he is the boss of this hostel. But now Tang Sen has defeated him. So from now on, he is the new boss of this hostel, and it is their rule. Just then a cute little girl comes over here, and she also was a new apprentice. Her name is Wu, and her martial soul is a rabbit. But the new apprentice must show their martial soul's ability. So, Tang Sen asks her for a friendly fight. On hearing this, Wu gets ready for this, and a fight starts between them. She was very talented in martial arts. She gives a great fight to Tang Sen, and finally defeats him. After this, Wu becomes the new leader of this hostel, and everyone greets her. Just then a teacher comes here, and the master had sent a big betting for Tang Sen. But Tang Sen and Wu are year 1 apprentice, so they will be in charge of the south side of the garden. Tang Sen's bedding could easily cover 2 peoples, so Wu decides to move her bed near Tang Sen's and share the bedding together. She draws a border in the middle of the bed and warns Tang Sen not to pass it. After some time, they all go to the canteen to eat. A boy from the 2nd floor starts making fun of them, because they could not afford the 2nd floor canteen. Hearing this, Wu angrily goes to fight with him, but Tang Sen stops her. Just then the master also comes over here and asks Tang Sen to come to the 2nd floor to eat. But he decides to eat with his dorm mates. The master then asks to wait for him at the canteen's entrance after his meal. Now Wang Sheng starts to say that the master is stuck in the big soul master level, so he probably cannot go higher than this anymore. Tang Sen gets angry at him and forbids to comment on his master from today onwards. He then meets with his master, where his master checks his 2nd martial soul and is completely shocked to see Hammer. He advises Tang Sen not to add a soul ring on this martial soul. He is surprised to hear this, as his father had also said the same thing. Tang Sen then asks the master why he cannot add a soul ring to this martial soul. But his master says that now is not the right time to tell about it. However, he decides to bring Tang Sen to look for a suitable soul ring tomorrow, so that he can level up to a soul master. Now, the master tells him that martial souls are divided into beast soul and tool soul. The beast soul's utilities the beast power on their own to reach the martial soul shield body, in which the soul and body are one, whereas most tool souls need to leave the body to be in use. Furthermore, some martial souls can be used as a type of energy. Now, Tang Sen asks the master which way he should go. He then says that there has never been a powerful blue-silver plant master in Soul Land. But Tang Sen is different, because he is born with level 10 soul power. So, the master suggests him to go to the controlling branch, because it uses martial soul to restrain the opponent to gain control of the situation. And the blue-silver plant martial soul can change its form freely. That's why it is perfect for controlling branch. After this, the master tells Tang Sen to leave from here. Now at night, Wu challenges Tang Sen to fight again, but he already knew how to defeat her. This time he uses his purple demon eye and ghostly trace technique, with the help of which he easily defeats her. The next day, Tang Sen leaves for the soul hunting forest with his master. The master tells him soul beasts are divided into 5 categories, and each of them has the 5 colors of the soul ring. But the soul ring exists shortly after the soul beast dies, and it will only be gained by the soul master who killed it. The soul master must preserve while absorbing the soul ring, otherwise he will be explode. The master then gifts a belt to him, which is a soul guiding tool for storage. Now, Tang Sen comes near the soul hunting forest, where some people were making a team, because some powerful soul beasts are not easy to hunt. Thus, they need to form a team and work together. The master tells Tang Sen that he may need to join the team in the future, but he should choose a team that he can entrust his back with. The master then gives the entry token to him, on which the logo of Martial Soul Hall was made. There are total 6 logos of martial souls, and each represents 6 powerful families. 3 of them are in Tiandu Empire, and another 3 are in Xinglu Empire. They are called the 6 most powerful Grand Soul Land Masters. Their level is the same, but their soul rings and martial souls are different, so their strengths are totally different. The master then enters the forest with Tang Sen, but there was a lot of danger here. That's why he activates his martial soul. This is a cute little animal named Sanpao. Tang Sen is surprised to see it, because Sanpao was looking very normal. The master explains that his martial soul is a mutated martial soul, but its mutation is towards a bad direction, so his soul power would never exceed rank 30. The master then asks San Pao to lead the way. He tells Tang Sen that the acceptable limit of the first soul ring should be 423 years, so that he can use the power of the soul ring better in the future. After dark, all three of them start resting at a place. Suddenly, a pack of 10 ranked wolves come to attack, but the master attacks them with the help of San Pao's farting power. He then takes out the soul rings after killing the wolves and teaches Tang Sen how to absorb its energy. Now he feeds radishes to San Pao because its attack is farting and it can only launch 3 attacks. That's when a Datura snake comes in front of them. The master is completely shocked on seeing this because it is one of the most terrifying beings of the poisonous soul beasts. The master advises Tang Sen to run away if his soul rings are fewer than his opponent's. He then attacks Datura snake with San Pao's farting and starts running away, but Datura snake also starts chasing them. The master sends San Pao to stop it, but Datura snake grabs one of its legs. Seeing this, the master immediately keeps it inside. Datura snake was still chasing them continuously, so Tang Sen tries to attack with the help of his hidden weapon, but nothing happens to it. However, Tang Sen defends himself from its every attack. He uses Ice Jade technique and stabs a dagger in Datura snake's mouth. But the master is unable to realize about Tang Sen's technique. After some time, Datura snake becomes weak, and the master asks Tang Sen to absorb its soul ring. This snake is nearly 400 years old, which is good for a soul master to absorb the first soul ring. Tang Sen then says that his martial soul is a plant, so wouldn't it conflict? The master explains that according to his 10 core competitiveness theories, under certain circumstances, plant and beast soul both are mutually absorbable. But no one believes on his theory, and no soul master absorbs different kinds of soul rings to strengthen himself. But Tang Sen agrees to be the one who practices it, because he believes his master. He starts absorbing the soul ring of Datura snake. During this, he feels a strong power, and finally manages to absorb the soul ring. Because of this, the first bottleneck of Xuan Tian's strike is finally broken. Now Tang Sen is feeling the power in his body. Just then he finds his master and poison has spread in his body. After this episode ends, watch the video of the left side if you have missed the previous video. Then subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recaps.